Hey, welcome to Okio World. In this video, we want to talk about one of the smartest animals in the world. I hope you enjoy and please subscribe to my channel. Let's watch for video. 1. Chimpanzee. Topping our list of smartest animals is another great ape, the chimpanzee. The impressive intellectual abilities of this animal have long fascinated humans. Chimps are able to learn sign language, communicate with humans, and can remember the name sign for individuals they have not seen for several years, similar to some of the other animals on the list. Chimps can also recognize themselves in mirrors and show signs of caring and mourning. But perhaps the most amazing feature of the chimpanzee is its ability to use symbols for objects and combine the symbols in a sequence to convey a complex idea. Intellectual gifts are probably central to maintaining these animals' complex social groups, where they form strong bonds and observe a rapid or hierarchical structure. 2. Dolphin. Have you ever wondered why dolphins and killer whales are the star attraction at most aquariums? It's because they're smarter than almost any other creatures on the planet. Dolphins are extremely social animals. Schools of dolphins can be observed in the world's ocean surfing, racing, leaping, spinning, whistling, and otherwise enjoying themselves. They also have a sophisticated language, though humans have only begun to unravel it, like many of the most intelligent animals on Earth. Dolphin females remain with the young for several years, teaching them all the trick of the dolphin trade. Dolphins use tools in their natural environments and can learn an impressive array of behavioral commands by human trainers. In fact, the US Navy trained bottlenose dolphins to find explosive mines underwater. 3. Orangutan. The great apes are considered the smartest creatures after humans. Of course, humans are biased in this regard, but the intellectual capacity of the great apes is difficult to deny. After all, we share over 96% of the same DNA. Orangutans stand out as being especially gifted in the brains department. In fact, they can weigh costs and benefits when exchanging goods similar to humans. Orangutans have a strong culture and system of communication, and many have been observed using tools in the wild. These intelligent animals live in widely scattered communities and for strong social bonds, which may be the key to their advanced cognitive skills. Females remain with the young for many years, teaching them all they need to survive in the forest. Unfortunately, orangutans are critically endangered with between 55,000 and 65,000 left in the wild. 4. Elephant. The first thing you notice when you see an elephant is their enormous size. But contrary to popular perception, elephants are more than just lumbering giants with big ears. In fact, elephants are quite elegant, cultured, curious, and have good memories. So much so they can recognize up to 30 relatives from the hearing sense, purring, useful for elephants to keep track of one another. They have been known to clean their food and use tools in various ways in the wild, and they can also follow human command in captivity. Elephants can also extremely caring and empathetic to other members of their group and to other species, which is considered a highly advanced form of intelligence. Elephants have the largest brain among land animals, 3 times larger than the human brain. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors and show signs of grief over their dead relatives. 5. Crow. Crows living in urban areas in Japan have been observed gathering nuts from trees and then placing them in the street for passing cars to crack open the shells. Then, after waiting patiently for the light to change, they return to the street to retrieve their nutty snack, an impressive example of animal innovation. Crows have demonstrated abilities to create tools like bending the piece of wire to create a hook to snack meat, identify people, animals who might pose threats, and understand analogy. Crows also communicated in elaborate population-specific dialects and play games and tricks on one another. 6. Pig. Despite a reputation for gluttony and poor hygiene, pigs are actually highly intelligent animals. Both domestic and wild species are known for their abilities to adapt to a variety of different ecological conditions. Wherever they have been introduced around the world, pigs tend to outcompete the native species, though devastating to the native species. This trend is yet another strong indication of pig cleverness. In fact, young piglets can learn to use mirrors to find a path to their hidden food bowl. When researchers placed the food bowl behind a solid barrier, which was only visible in the mirror, 7 out of the 8 pigs found their food. Not only were they able to solve the concept of reflection within 5 hours, but pigs can also understand instruction given to them by humans. 7. Squirrels. These animals' dogged persistence and impeccable memory have made it the nemesis of gardeners throughout its vast range. Most squirrels display an impressive array of tricks and strategies that help them survive, which researchers believe shows an advanced level of cunning and intellect. For starters, these clever creatures are essentially woodland animals that have adapted to living alongside humans, eating out of bird feeders, flower gardens, and whatever food might be lying around. Eastern gray squirrel, the host, pretend to hide their food in them and run off to other secret places to stash their food. This is known as deceptive caching, and they do this to confuse potential thieves. They are also able to store and cache food for later time, and then find their hidden morsels many months later. 8. Pigeon. Pigeons are abundant in most major cities of North America, but most people think of them as mere pests. However, this ubiquitous bird is actually quite smart, because pigeons have been the subjects of countless scientific experiments. There is a wealth of knowledge about their intellectual abilities. Pigeons can recognize hundreds of images even after several years have passed. They can also identify themselves in a mirror, be taught to perform a sequence of movements and discriminates between the painting pretty impressive for a common bird. There's a reason pigeons were used by governments and militaries around the world. Before technology progressed, these pigeons carried critical messages back and forth behind enemy lines during both world wars, and other pigeons, equipped with tiny cameras, flew over enemy territories to gather information. 9. Octopus. Number 9 in our list is the octopus, one of the smartest creatures in the sea. This animal is still poorly understood, but scientists are constantly discovering new and impressive abilities. Octopus play, solve problems, navigate through mazes, and have respectable short-term memories. An octopus brain is proportionally as large as some mammals' brains, but it displays a high level of organization, which helps it catch its prey and avoid predators. However, its shape-shifting and camouflage abilities reveal only a fraction of this remarkable creature's brain power. Octopuses show the same smarts when brought into science lab. Researchers confirmed that octopuses could recognize individual humans despite their wearing identical uniforms. In fact, the animals behaved differently around the person who fed them and the person who touched them with a burly stick, something we humans would definitely do. 10. Rats. Number 10 in our countdown is the rat, a highly intelligent yet much blind animal in Western culture. But in Chinese culture, the rat is well regarded for its cunning and resourcefulness, and for good reason. Widely used in research, the lab rat has been known to find shortcuts, loopholes, and escape routes in the laboratory experiments designed by the top scientific minds for our time. Highly trained rats have saved thousands of lives by detecting tuberculosis in humans and sniffing out landmines around the world. It takes a rat 30 minutes to check the area of a tennis court for mines, a task that could take a human for days with a metal detectors.